In this video, we'll be adding sound to our no internet game so that when the player jumps, it plays a jump sound, and when the player gets hit, it plays a hit sound. So first, you'll notice I have two new files here in my file directory, a hit.wave and a jump.wave. These are, again, files that I have found off of the internet, off of a free website where people have posted this. Again, these are not things that I have made, just like the font file. I will leave links on our GitHub page as well as the description below to where you can get these and check out the awesome people that have made these and made these available for anyone to use. So again, go ahead and make sure that those are downloaded in your directory and put them in the same location that you are running your Python file in, just like the font file. All of those things need to be in the exact same place. So in order to use sound files, we first need to set up our init. So our initialize right here, we are just initializing Pygame right here, but we actually need to set up the sound component to Pygame so that it can play these sound files. So what we'll say is pygame.mixer, which is the name of the sound component to Pygame. And then our first function will be called pre-init. So this is called pre-initialize. So this is something that happens before the main library initializes. And then what we're going to put in here are just some numbers basically to set the sound buffer and frequency and timing and that kind of thing. If you're interested in the details, you can look this function up and look at these numbers, but it's a little bit outside the scope of this video. So for now, just go ahead and set these numbers. Just understand that they help with the timing related aspects to playing a sound. Okay, the next thing that we're going to be adding is the pygame.mixer.init. So this is the main initialize for our sound component for Pygame. And then the next thing is our font init. We actually should have added this last time. So this will just initialize the font component to Pygame to prepare that. And we added the font last time. So make sure you have those things. The next thing we're going to be adding are our two variables for our sound file. So I'm going to go below the clock variable here in our init section, and we're going to make a variable for our jump sound first. So I'm going to create a variable called jump sound, and then this is going to be set to pygame.mixer.sound with a capital S. And then the only argument that we put inside this is the name of the sound file. So mine, if you notice over here in my directory, is called jump.wave. So I've set that to jump.wave. Next, we'll make the hit variable. I'm just going to copy and paste that, and then just change the name here to hit sound, and then as well as the name of the file itself to hit.wave. Okay, with those things made, what we need to do now is just basically put in the program where we want to play those sounds. And we're going to go all the way down here to our game loop. And then in here in our event section, where the player is jumping, is where we want to play our jump sound. So we're just going to say jump sound.play. And that is it. That's all you really need to play a sound in Pygame. So if we run it now, you'll notice we get a jump sound. Okay, let's add our hit sound. We're going to go just a little bit below that, and then right here inside this if statement where we know that the player has collided, where we print collided, we're going to do hit sound.play. All right, and just as a warning, prepare your ears, check the volume of your sound. We're going to have a problem here. So you'll notice when we run into an obstacle, it plays that sound repeatedly, non-stop, and it's quite loud and pretty annoying. The reason why this is happening is not a problem with the sound file itself, it's a problem with our update section. The way that our update section is working is that when the player and the obstacle collide, they stay there, and they are basically always forever and ever in this state of collision until we quit our game. So we need to get our program to basically stop updating our player and our obstacle when they collide. So the way that we're going to fix this issue is we're going to introduce another variable called game state. Okay, so I'm going to go up here where we set score equal to 0 last time, and I'm going to call this game state. And then I'm going to set it to play because when we first start the game, we are in a play state. The player and obstacle have not collided. We haven't pressed the pause button or anything like that. So game state equals play. Now, when we actually collide with the obstacle, we're going to change that variable so that the player is now basically dead. The player has hit the obstacle, and we are changing our game state to dead. So we're going to say game state equals dead. Okay. Last thing that we need to do is we only want to run this update section if the game state is in play mode. If it's in dead mode, we don't want to keep checking for collision because we already know that that's happened. We definitely don't want to keep playing the sound over and over again because that was quite annoying, as you heard last time. So we'll say if game state equals play. All right, and then we will need to indent all of this into that if statement. So just select all that, hit tab. Okay, now if we run it, hopefully it just collides once, which it does. And you should only get one collided printout down here as well. Okay, so that looks a lot better. Let's just do a final test just to make sure. Yep, jump, score still works. And of course we get a single collision sound. So looking good. All right, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.